So I'm out here taking a walk and I was just thinking about my old videos from 15 years ago. Remember when a $40 DS game was a huge investment as a teenager back in middle school, back in high school? Well, it's May 2026. I'm 31 now and I'm looking at the numbers and the math is officially out of control. It's crazy. If you're trying to balance things like a mortgage, if you're trying to balance things like rent, car payments, groceries, gaming has turned from really what used to be a budget hobby, something that, heck, you could go to GameStop, pick up used Wii, Nintendo DS games on the cheap, to a luxury asset class. So I'm reading the May 8th update earlier today from Nintendo, and they confirmed that the Switch 2 is jumping to $500. That happens on September 1st, so if you haven't bought a Switch 2 yet, you can still buy one before it jumps to $500. But the thing that caught my eye there is a handheld console is officially $500 now. It's half a grand, and it doesn't get much better when you look at Sony. They also pulled the trigger recently. PS5 Pro is $900, which, let's face it, guys, $900 for a console, for as powerful as the PS5 Pro might be, and for as much value you might get out of it, like, that's out of control, guys. Like, you're gonna be paying like a full month's rent to buy the console and some games. It's just so out of control. It's hard to believe. So why is this happening? It's not just inflation, it's the AI tax. I've been following financial news. I've been following, of course, video game news my whole life. I started this channel back in 2010, but it's clear to me that it has a lot to do with the AI tax, the jump in video games and the cost of video games. Yeah, I'm looking at the semiconductor data. The big chip makers are diverting all the silicon to AI data centers. And that's because the margins for these chip makers are 10 times higher. We aren't gamers to them anymore. We're leftover customers. That's just the bottom line. And the other thing too that frustrates me about today's world is the subscription trap. Like, it's not just Netflix anymore. Got to give some credit. Xbox did just drop the Game Pass Ultimate down to $22.99, which does sound like a win. Like, don't get me wrong, there are way more expensive things you could be spending your money on, but they're charging us $300 a year for the privilege of playing games that we're never going to even own. So I guess my perspective is we've gone from a generation of owners to a generation of renters. So people think of, like, is it worth renting an apartment, or should I go ahead and buy my own home? Literally everything in our lives now, it feels like, renting versus owning has just become kind of the norm. It's definitely a thing in gaming with buying subscriptions and things like that, spending hundreds of dollars on things you'll never get to own. So I want to hear from you guys. Is $900 for a console your I'm out moment? For me, the answer is probably yeah. Are you actually owning your games, or have you decided to surrender to, let's call it, the subscription trap? And for everyone out there, the 30 plus crowd like me, what's the one hobby you've had to drop lately, just to keep the gaming budget alive? Drop a comment below, guys. Let's talk about the math that they're not showing on the big gaming websites. I'll see you on the next walk. Peace.